Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Choosing Me with me, Jayla. I think we're gonna have to work on that intro. I feel like it's just a tad bit corny, but it is what it is. So I actually think that today's episode is gonna cause me to have a drink. So we got some coffee that I pretty much already drank, but that's neither here nor there. So everybody, let's take a sip. Here, there we go. So today may be a little bit harder for me, or I'm not gonna say harder, it's just more of like a vulnerable topic, but I think it is one that I need to share and have to share, not only to hopefully help somebody else, but to also kind of like help myself. I kind of just wanted to talk about what journey I'm on, and I think this is probably one of the most challenging times of my life, because I am in a season where I am learning to fall back in love with myself. And it took a really long time for me to even realize that like I wasn't in love with myself. I don't even know like where to begin about this, but I think if you know me, or like if you knew me from like high school or my teenage years, then you knew that like I love to dress up, like I love to look good, even if it was something even like weird, because like I remember my freshman year of high school, I used to wear my clothes backwards, but I loved it, you know. It wasn't for everybody, but I loved it. It made me feel free. I loved shopping, like I was just that girl that always got like new clothes, new shoes. And when I came to college, I had a situation where it kind of made me stop being who I am. And essentially I had people to tell me that like I thought that I was better than people, but which in turn made me change who I was. For example, like I wouldn't shop with them. They had mentioned something about like the bags I would wear. I stopped wearing the bags. I stopped wearing I just kind of dialed back myself to make myself more digestible for them. And I don't think that I realized that that was what I was doing in that moment. And I'm just now getting to the place now that I think about it, I just made that story really short because it was a whole lot of more stuff in between that, but that's neither here nor there. But I realized with that situation that it just kind of made me dial back who I was. I stopped dressing up. I stopped buying clothes. I kind of sort of just got back to the place like where I'm getting back into my luxury items, because I fell off that for a minute. Just dial back. And now that I'm in a new space and I'm I feel like moving and being in a space where I'm by myself, I'm having to like really not get depressed. And with not getting depressed, it's like figuring out who I am, what makes me happy, what makes me feel good. And it's really hard, especially like coming from a space of me not feeling like I'm pretty enough, or like that I'm skinny enough, or I don't know, like I think I've always, and I feel like I'm going all over the place, but I promise you I'm going to get somewhere. I just don't know where I'm going yet. But you know, I even realized like as a kid, if you've ever seen my two sisters, shout out to them, shout out to JoJo and Lily, I love y'all, even though neither one of y'all picked me to be your maid of honor if you were to have a maid of honor. But you know, you forgive, but you don't forget. But anyway, shout out to my sisters. If you ever seen my sisters, like, they're really pretty. Like, they have beautiful skin. They have like beautiful bodies. They have wonderful, beautiful hair. They were always in shape. And I remember like being in school, like when people would see my sisters, they would be like, are you sure you're related to them? Or even like in elementary and middle school, I was a little bit on the chubbier side. And I remember like always getting teased for like my weight. And then like people see my sisters and they'd be like, are you sure that's your sisters? And I'm like, yeah. And I remember like going home and like my family telling me that like I was beautiful and that like I wasn't fat, which when I lost weight, they finally did admit that, when I finally did lose weight, because in middle school I got a personal trainer and started working out. But I remember them kind of be like, ooh, you kind of were chunky. But anyway, like when I was at home, like they were telling me how beautiful I was, but like when I went out into the world, like that's not what the world told me. So I feel like I've always kind of sort of been like comparing myself to my sisters or like even my mom, and not feeling like I was gorgeous. And I think that's always kind of like carried with me. And I feel like when I got in high school, I started to like fall in love with myself, and then like I fell out of love with myself again in college. And now I'm getting back to the place like where I'm forcing myself to fall in love with myself all over again. And it has been quite the journey. It's only been like a 2-month journey at that, but you know, gotta start somewhere. But I feel like that first looked like for me was, well, let me go back. I started college skinny, at like a size 6, and then going into my junior year, I had to get my birth control expired, and I had to get a new dose of birth control put in my arm. And when I got that dose, I was like when I got my new implant, I was at the shape of my life. Like I was killing the game, okay? And all of a sudden, after I got my new implant, I blew up like a blowfish, okay? And it's been really hard to like get the weight off, and it seems like no matter what I do, it will not come off. And I've been too lazy to go to the doctor to go get a new birth control or off birth control. So I've been dealing with that of just like Kobe and B Nate will tell you, even Christian will tell you that like I just started to call myself a fat potato. And I even made up a song about being a potato, but that's neither here nor there. But that's literally what I felt like. I just felt like a fat potato. And no matter what I tried, like I could not turn into a French fry for nothing. You know, I can even become the Chick-fil-A waffle fry. So I went from like a size 6 to being a size 10 to being a size 12 to being a size 16 to going down. Now I'm at a size 12. And I went from being like 175 pounds to being 230 pounds. And now I am down to 200, and I would say depends on the day, between 210 and 212. But yeah, I've been dealing with that. But I've kind of just gotten to a place where I'm like, I'm doing everything to try to lose the weight, but I can't just like love myself or think that I'm beautiful when I'm a size 6 or I'm lower than a size 6. Like I have to be able to love myself whether I'm a size 6, I'm a size 4, I'm a size 2, I'm a size 16, I'm a size 20. Like I have to find that beauty and appreciation for myself. And I think something else I realized too is that it doesn't matter how much somebody else tells you that you're beautiful. So like my mom would be like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful, gorgeous girl. And of course, like, that's my mom, so of course she's going to say that in my head. Or, you know, even my dad or my sisters or my boyfriend. Like, I know even like in my relationship, my boyfriend does a really good job of making me feel like, well, telling me that I'm beautiful, and meaning it sincerely. And even like the parts of me that I hate, he really emphasizes those parts as things that he loves. And even though no matter like how nice that is, it's still not enough, because I don't feel that way about myself. So it doesn't matter how much somebody else tells me that I'm beautiful. Like, I want to get to the point like where I feel that way about me. And it's taking some time. I've started with putting myself on a self-care routine. So I forced myself, which I kind of fell off from, which now I'm realizing I need to get back on that. But this may be TMI, but you know, making sure that I shave every Sunday, that I do like a face care routine. I finally got into like the skincare routines, doing a face mask, doing a body scrub, and just doing like, okay guys, I'm gonna admit it, growing up I hated lotion. Like, I probably was like a chalkboard you could write on me. But putting on lotion, that sounds so bad, but like actually oiling my skin, putting myself on a hair care routine, which is time for these braids to come out, but I don't know what I want to do to my hair next. And then I think one of the hardest parts is I started to dress up every day. Like, every day when I go to work, I put on something that looks cute and that'll make me feel good, because I feel like if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you do good. So yeah, I've started to dress up. Now, I only dress up when like I'm going to work, or like I'm going to an event, or I'm going out to meet people. But if you see me downstairs at my apartment or walking my dog, don't judge me, because 9 times out of 10 I'm probably going to be in my onesie and pajamas or something. But we're going to get to the point where I look good all the time. But yeah, I've really been focusing on just finding the beauty in myself. Like, even in the mornings I force myself to look at myself in the mirror and smile and look at myself to see what is it that I love about myself. Well, I've always known that I've had pretty eyes, so it's always acknowledging my eyes, telling myself, oh, like, yeah, look, such cute little lips, they're so cute and tiny, your cheeks are so chubby and cute, and then I have little birthmarks, and I acknowledge those. Well, not birthmarks, little, I won't say freckles, but kind of like freckles, maybe beauty marks. Acknowledging those, not waiting to get skinny to wear certain clothes. Like, I force myself to wear clothes that I normally wouldn't wear, because I'm like, no, I'm not going to wear that until I lose this many pounds, or I look this way. But force myself to put it on and look at myself, do a full turn spin, and acknowledge like the parts of me that I feel like are beautiful. And like, actually sometimes I even have to do like a superwoman pose and be like, you're that girl, you're so beautiful, you know, you look good, you're gonna rock this even with your back rolls, like, you're gonna do it, girl. And yeah, so that's been a journey. I think also it made me realize that during like my graduation, I had lost like 10 or 12 pounds, and I was feeling good about myself. I was really proud, and it took a lot to lose those 10 to 12 pounds. And I remember telling somebody that, and they were like, basically like I could stand to lose more, and that like they have something that I could do. And it kind of like tore me down and made me feel like I wasn't good enough. But then I realized from that, one, the intent wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't, they didn't say it with like malicious intent. But also I realized that like it shouldn't matter what anybody says about you, like good or bad. At the end of the day, you should feel like you're good enough, you're beautiful enough, and only you can make yourself feel that way. So I think that was like another reason why lately I haven't been focusing on necessarily like losing 10 pounds or, you know, losing 20 pounds by your birthday. I've just been focusing on doing things that make me feel good and that are healthy. And I'm still working on that. I feel like I'm getting the working out down pat. So I've been walking every Monday for like 3 miles minimum. I do Pilates every week, and then I've nailed those 2 workouts. But now I'm trying to force myself to go to the gym once a week. That's the part that's been getting me. And then the eating, it's like with eating, I do good for a little while and then I fall off the wagon. So I'm really trying to get into the habit of healthy eating and making it a lifestyle, not so much of like I'm going on a diet, but like making the lifestyle switch. But it's been hard because in my apartment they have like a little snack market, and those M&Ms, the chips, the spicy chili Doritos, and the Diet Coke, and the Reese's, and ice cream. Can't forget the ice cream. Baskin Robbins. They be calling my name, and sometimes I just can't resist. Well, I can, but I choose not to. Okay, I'm building up the willpower here. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to get to the point where I make the healthy lifestyle switch, which I haven't nailed that down with eating yet, because I kind of just like when I go grocery shopping, I don't buy any like sweets, or I don't buy like a lot of what's the word that I'm looking for? I don't buy a lot of, my mind just went blank. But like I've been eating like a lot more of like natural stuff and like fruits. But then I've noticed that like when because I do that, when like on the weekends or something, when I finally do want something sweet, I don't have anything in here, so I go crazy at the little concession spot. But I'm gonna get better, y'all. Okay, gonna get better. But basically I am in this season of finding me, loving me. I don't really think I talked much about finding me in this episode. Maybe that should be like another episode of finding me. But definitely in a season of falling back in love with myself. Even as simple as finding myself beautiful even when my hair isn't done or my eyebrows isn't done, or I don't know, it's just loving all stages and all parts of me. I guess right now I'm focusing on the external beauty of myself. But yeah. So, and I think it even matters, this part, oops. Okay, maybe I got a little bit too excited. But I think that this part really matters. What I'm about to say is, I think it's really important for me to like love myself and fall back in love with myself, so that I can teach and let my partner know how to love me. Not that I'm not being loved right in my relationship, but I think it's kind of hard for somebody to know how to love you, or for someone to know how to be there for you if you don't know what you need. And I think that's something that I owe to my partner as well as myself, so that we can have a better relationship. Because it's really hard when you want to be there for somebody and you love that person and you see the beauty in that person and they don't see that for themselves, and you don't know how to make them see it, or you don't know, or you feel like you're not doing enough or loving them enough to to where they feel that love for themselves. And for any partners that's dealing with that, I would just say, like when I think of Kobe, I really commend him, because like there's never a moment where I don't feel like he loves me, or like he doesn't feel like, or that he doesn't find me beautiful. But I know that it can be difficult for him because he wants me to see that in myself. And the advice that I'm going to give on that is to remain patient with your partner. I think everybody has seasons in their life where they are finding themselves again, and whatever that looks like, in whatever ways that looks like. And just keep trucking, keep being supportive, keep loving them, keep speaking positivity and life in them, and eventually they'll get it. I'm determined that eventually I will get it. I'm going to love me and celebrate the woman that I am becoming. Okay, that's what India Ari said. So I feel like that's kind of really probably the theme song of my life right now. It's India Ari Private Party, and I'm having a private party. Nobody here but me, my angels, and my guitar singing. Baby, look how far we've come. Yeah, I'm having a private party, learning how to love me, celebrating the woman I've become. Yeah, that song. It's definitely like where I'm at right now, because nobody can celebrate you or know how to celebrate you until you celebrate you, boo. And that's what I've been telling myself, okay? So that's my spiel for today. I think that's all that I have. So yeah, I am accepting that this is my season of me loving me, trusting me, supporting me, and showing up for me. Because truly, if I can't do that for me, nobody else can. And I owe it to myself to be the best me. So keep showing up for yourself. This is it. This is wrap. Thank you for watching. Wait, I actually think this is kind of a weird way to end off. But anyway, thank you for watching Choosing Me with me, Jayla. Till next time, shouty. Peace out. Bye-bye.